Hi, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School. This is a 20-minute slow flow for when you just want to calm your energy, ground yourself, or feeling a little extra chaotic in your mind. This is a great chance to be in your body, move slowly, and simply enjoy the simplicity of a nice slow yoga flow. We'll start today in a child's pose toward the back of your mat as you're ready. And your child's pose can be any shape, knees wide, knees together, arms in front, arms by your side, whatever feels supportive. Let yourself arrive. And give yourself permission to simply be here. Deepen and lengthen your breath. And if it's comfortable, try to breathe in and out through your nose. And take one more round here in stillness. And then gently rise to hands and knees position. Shoulders over your wrists, fingers spread wide, hips over your knees. If this isn't comfortable, you can take these same movements in a seated position, even find a chair or a wall. As you inhale, cow pose, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, send your heart forward. Really accentuate and exaggerate that movement through your spine, maybe chin up. And then exhale the opposite. Press into your hands, chin to chest, hollow out your belly, tuck your tailbone under. Continue with your breath flowing slowly, especially if your tendency is to move quicker. Just feeling all that movement along your spinal column, gently awakening and opening things up. Let's do one more. Come back toward neutral. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Give yourself the time to just be in your downward facing dog. Hips high, chest pressing back to your thighs. Knees can be bent, legs straight, whatever feels best in this moment. Bend your knees. Look toward your hands. Take little steps toward a forward fold. Find a ragdoll, feet about hip distance apart if not wider. Hold opposite elbows, head and neck relaxed toward the ground, and a gentle sway side to side. My knees are so bent that my belly's on my thighs. Doesn't matter how close you are to the ground. Relax your hands down. Keep your knees really bent. Tailbone heavy. Roll yourself to standing so your head is the last thing to come up. When you arrive in your standing position, you can adjust your stance. Take some shoulder shrugs, adjust your clothing, whatever you need. And then just find stillness in a mountain pose or equal standing pose. Palms can be by your sides facing forward, or if you prefer, hands at your heart. Stack your joints. Knees above ankles, maybe a soft bend, so they might be slightly forward. Hips and pelvis at neutral. Shoulders above hips. And draw the back of your head slightly back. Most of us have a forward neck, a chin that juts a little forward. Notice your breath again. As you next inhale, reach your arms to the sky, look up. With your right hand, find your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right. Try to keep shoulders from creeping too high into your ears. It's okay if they lift a little, totally natural when your arms are lifted. Breathe into your side body. And then back to center, release your grip. Exhale, switch sides. Left hand finds your right wrist, lean over to your left. Back to center, breathe in. Forward folds, breathe it out. Knees bent as much as you like, head and neck go. Use your next inhale to lift halfway, hands to shins, send your heart forward, slide your shoulders down your back. Exhale, hands down, step just your right foot back. You might have to adjust here. Left foot forward, you can always bring your hands to blocks. We'll take this to a high crescent lunge. If you prefer, back heel down for warrior one. For me, crescent lunge is definitely more accessible, but for some, the balance aspect of warrior one feels a little bit less intense. Try to sit into this. Notice if you can draw your right hip slightly forward, engage your right glutes. Lift your low belly, relax your shoulders even a little bit. And then just breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stay here as you breathe in, and then as you exhale, just rotate your upper body to the left toward your front leg. So not a super intense twist. Just finding a little bit of rotation, adding in that element of balance. Maybe challenging, notice where your gaze is. Strong inner thighs, strong core. Untwist, come back to center, breathe in. As you breathe out, sweep your hands back, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Back to your standing pose. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Let everything go. Take your full breath. Halfway lift as you next breathe in. And exhale, fingertips down, hands to blocks, left foot steps back. We're gonna set up for that same lunge shape. Maybe a warrior one if you prefer the element of stability with your back heel down. And then some breaths just to feel it. All those little refinements to create a balance of strength and ease, stability and flexibility. One more breath. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Take a breath in, stay. And use your exhale to gently rotate to your right. And this can be any amount. You may barely look to the top right corner. You may be able to rotate your upper body all the way to the side. Gently unwind. Back to center, inhale, hand sweep back, left leg steps forward. And it might need a couple steps, that's cool too. Breathe in, reach your arms to the sky, stand up. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Inhale to your chair pose. And exhale, sit a little deeper. Press into your heels, relax your shoulders. I'm feeling a lot of glutes today. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, forward folds. Hands toward the ground, head and neck relaxed. Maybe legs towards straight, maybe they're still really bent. Lift halfway, breathe in. Fold, release, hands down. Right foot steps back. This time we'll open up to warrior two. Back heel pivots flat. Curl your arms open and set yourself up. I personally don't like a really long warrior two, or wide warrior two, I should say. But if you like, you can go wider. Try to reach through your fingertips. Press equally into both feet. And then imagine energy drawing outward from the outside, drawing inward and upward. Straighten out your left leg. We'll take this to triangle. You can heel toe your back foot in for a shorter stance, even shorter. Hips might gently hinge back if that's okay on your body. Left arm forward and then left hand down, right arm up. I'm trying to hover my left hand. Some people like to rest a little bit more weight there. Depending on what you need from this practice today, your hand might be higher, lower, or on a block. One more big breath in. Breathe it out. Strong core and legs, rise back up. Rebend into your left knee. Find your warrior two, adjust your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretch it up and back. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Make your way to a supported plank with your knees down slightly below your hips, or a regular plank. Little shift forward, breathe in. Take it all the way to your belly. Chaturanga, elbows hug your sides, lower all the way down. Chin or forehead to your mat. Lift your heart, breathe in. Lower down. Two more baby cobras, not high. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Try to press into the tops of your feet, avoid lifting them. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Press back to a downward facing dog. If your body's craving a child's pose, a little moment there might be beneficial. And just breathe. Bend your knees, inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, little steps toward the top of your space. Lift halfway, breathe in. Forward folds, let it all go. Rise to standing, knees might bend, sweep up, reach up, big inhale. Palms together in front of your heart. Exhale. One more side, inhale to chair. Notice where you can relax, and notice where you might engage a little bit more to provide stability. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Release everything down. Lift halfway, breathe in. Hands down, left foot steps back, opening up to your warrior two. A few really good breaths here. Find all those little adjustments. And then try not to overthink it. There's so much we can focus on alignment-wise that we often get caught up in the idea of perfection or looking a certain way. As long as you're not hurting yourself, can you feel more into it? Can you be more in it? Last round of breath. Straighten out your right leg. Set yourself up for your triangle pose. For me, that's back foot in. A little lean back of my hips. I reach forward through my right hand. And then right hand down, left arm up. And I'm really working here. So moving slower is actually much harder for me than moving faster. But I honor the challenge today. And I feel where I feel it. Notice where I want to escape to. Let's do one more breath. Strong core to rise. Back to your warrior two. Rebend your front knee. Reverse warrior, stretch it up and back. Release your hands down. Step back, high plank, upper push-up, or your supported plank. Knees down a little bit behind your hips. Shift forward, breathe in. Again, all the way to your belly. Chin or forehead toward your mat. This time, hands come by your sides, palms face down for a locust pose. So you're gonna peel your chest and chin off the mat again, long neck. And if it's okay on your low back, float your feet. Some people prefer feet a little wider. For me, it feels good together. Keep breathing here as you lift. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Turn your head to one side, or if you prefer, stack your hands, a little pillow for your forehead, and then bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet right and left. If your head's turned to one side, turn it in the opposite direction. Release your feet down. Come to your hands and knees, tabletop position. And then to a seat. You can swing your legs around, sit back onto them. Extend your right leg. Place your left sole of your foot on the ground. It can be inside your knee. You can cross it over outside. Today I'm going to do inside, just in line with my left hip. Right hand to your left shin. Left hand behind you. Sit up tall, breathe in, and then gently twist. If you'd like a little bit more, you can take your right elbow and hook it. You might find that that's more accessible with your foot crossed over your knee. But I'm not trying to find the furthest expression or the deepest anything today. Simply honoring, being gentle, being present. Giving myself that challenge to do less and be more. Release and switch sides. Left hand toward your right shin. Wherever you place your other foot, you might mirror that. Right hand behind you, sit up tall. Gently twist to your right. And unwind. Come all the way onto your back. You might scoot yourself forward, slowly roll down. Set yourself up for a figure four. Feet on the ground, knees point up to the sky. Right ankle crosses over your left thigh. And you can stay just like this. You can gently press your thigh away if that feels good. Or you can even thread your right hand between your legs, left arm around, and pull everything toward you. Continue to breathe all the way down into your belly, expanding your lungs and your ribs fully. And as you're ready, switch sides. Uncross your ankle, reset on the other side. Take the variation that you're craving. As your two sides feel even, if there's any other movement you'd like to take, please find it. Otherwise, set yourself up for a final rest. On your back in a more traditional Savasana, in a seat, or however you feel the most comfortable and safe. I want to honor the 20 minutes we took together, so this will be a short one from me, but please, please, please stay in your rest if you'd like a little bit more time. When you do feel ready to move on, little movements, full body stretches, whatever you need to awaken. You can come into a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms together and simply acknowledge the time that you took to slow down, to reset, to be a little bit more present and in your body. I thank you for sharing a piece of your day with me. And we'll bow our heads together to close out this practice and to honor what we've done. Thank you so much.